be glorious. It was rad, bro. Running like a top. You damn well better like it. I'd like to welcome you back to Ryan Campbell, Soup to Nuts. Thank you for coming back, or coming for your first time. On today's video, I'm going to be putting the intercooler piping, which is finally done, onto the 350Z twin turbo project car. It's gonna be glorious.
You are tuned in to Ryan Campbell, Soup to Nuts.
Hey. All this video is going to be now at this point is just me standing here for about 15-20 minutes saying, hey. I'm just kidding. Or, no, I'm just kidding. So, as you already heard, I'm going to be putting the intercooler piping, which is finally done, onto the 350Z twin turbo project car. Before we get rocking and rolling, before we get rolling, the wheels on the round, wheels on the bus go round and round. Before all that happens, please subscribe down here, and don't forget to hit that gosh darn bell, the notification bell that lets you know that, hey, this guy has a new video. That would be fantastic if you did that. That would be truly fantastic. Thank you. All right. So I'll show you, I have the piping laid out. I was taking a few pictures of it, so I have it kind of laid out on the floor. I'll show you that piping in a second so you can see the finished product. I'll also show you the engine bay, kind of where everything's sort of going, and then I'm probably going to do a time lapse. It's going to take a little while. A lot of this stuff is really tight fit, as you'll see in a few short moments. So I'll probably go on time lapse all of it. I might jump back in here and there and video. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I don't know what I'm going to do 2 minutes from now. No clue. I mean, I'm hoping I'm going to be showing you, the finished piping. I hope that's what's going to be happening, but you never know. Alrighty. The piping itself, the turbo, the green rag and the orange rag are covering the holes. The ones for the charge pipe coming out of the turbo, ones for the intake, the lower ones for the intake going into the turbo. So the pipe's going to be going down there. It's going to be coming down around the bottom. The intercooler that's hanging down there, it's going to be right here. And then there's going to be the main charge pipe. It's going to go through this hole and then up to the throttle body, which I actually have to put different intake manifold on, but that's another story. This one you can kind of see the turbo. You can see the turbo there. And then there's the rag for the intake, and on this one the charge pipe is actually kind of underneath, so the piping will be going, like around through here, like around here, and then up and in there. Intake will be kind of hanging out somewhere around here. This is the intercooler piping. I labeled all the insides of what goes where, so I'll figure that out, once I start putting the pieces on, but this is the piping in all of her glory, her glorious glory. So this isn't the best lighting to show you the color, but the color is fairly close to the car. It kind of shows you the color here. So all these pieces are gonna go into the car. They're gonna be going into this pretty girl. Hi, I made some progress on the 350Z intercooler piping. It was rad, bro.
So I got the charge pipe. That's done. I got here is the intake pipe. I didn't put the filter on yet, but that's in place. You can see That's the intake pipe here going to the turbo. You can't really see too well. You kind of see that clamp down there. That's for the charge pipe. It's hard to see the rest of it underneath because it picks up underneath. But so, got that. That's the hard stuff on this side. I still have to do the intake pipe. I'm probably going to do that in another video. It's fairly easy, straightforward to put in. But I do have the another intake plenum that I'm going to be putting on. So I have to put the throttle body onto that, and then to connect into that. So that's probably going to be another video though. But that's the easiest part of it. I also connected the AC. Two lines, got these two lines clipped together with those two. Got them all, those two nuts right there, that's where their lines are bolted in. So got the AC all set. The only thing I have to do with the AC is plug that plug in. But it should be one of, I think it's this one. I think it's this plug. And this goes to the bottom of the map sensor. That's on the bottom of the intercooler charge pipe up top. So we still have to do this side. Still have to get these, the intake and the charge pipe hooked in. So that's next. That's what's coming at you. I also did. I did this off camera. This was kind of from another thing, but anyway, I replaced. This is the AC accumulator / dryer. This metal piece right here. That kind of goes behind there. That basically takes the moisture out of the AC system. So I told you. So basically, if you have your system open for a while, like your lines are all wide open, your AC dryer is gonna become useless because it's kind of it's like has moisture soaking abilities, and its abilities disappear after a while. The dissicant, I think it's called dissicant. Anyway, so it stops being effective. So you got to replace a new one if you had your system open for a while, which obviously this was open for a long time. So put a new one, and I also routed and mounted. This is the power steering cooler. It's the factory cooler, but these aren't the factory lines. I just ran rubber hose because the factory lines kind of puts it in the way of the intercooler. So I just ran rubber lines, rubber hoses, clamped them there, and they go down to right here. These two guys here, they go down, so I clamped them down there. So I mean, I have some of the power steering lines kind of pulled out of the way a little bit because it's really tight in here. This is really difficult to get these piping in here. I have it wrapped right now. Yeah, this pipe and this pipe I kind of wrap with this paper just to try to protect the powder coating because it's so damn tight, mostly because of the alternator. The alternator is really in the way, and it's really tight to get it, wedged up in there, fished in there. So I wrapped it to hopefully try to protect it as good as I can, and we're just gonna see what happens. So I got this top charge pipe. You can see in there coupler. I ain't tightened it down yet, but it's in the little booty. It's in the coupler. I got the coupler here because these are two pieces. This is the upper piece, and then there's a lower piece that wraps around to the intercooler. So got that kind of lined up. I'm gonna have to do some kind of bracket or something here. As you can see, it's pretty close to the belt. So I want to have a bracket to kind of pull it away and hold it in place so that way it doesn't hit that. I am going to realign the clamp a little bit to get this bolt a little bit further away from the belt, probably put it a little more forward. And I ain't put the bottom one on yet either. But the issue, I think it might have came about because of a few things, but as you can see, it's not lining up straight. You kind of see it better there. So That's causing me a problem. So, my solution I'm going to attempt, I ordered a 45-degree coupling, reducer coupling from, this is 2.5 to 2 inches. So, hopefully the angle, the angle coupler will be able to get everything to line up right. I think it was already like pretty tight and not 100% perfect when I had everything mocked up and whatnot before powder coating. But I think it got a little bit worse just because there's a couple of hoses here, like this power steering hose right here that I have running underneath the pipe, and a couple, I have the battery line running here. The battery, cute little battery, cute little battery. So I had a few of these like disconnected. Just for mock-up and then kind of push it out of the way. But obviously, if things are running underneath or whatever the case, things have to start being connected right now, So I think it's kind of, wedging it and pushing this in this, slightly different angle or configuration that's causing this causing this problem down here to be a little bit worse. So it was already slightly off, and I think it just got slightly more off, and that just created, problem. So, with that being said, I ordered the coupling. Hopefully it'll be here, in a few days or something like that. So, in the meantime, I'm going to finish this video here. We'll pick back up after I have the coupling. And then I'll get going on the next stuff. The next thing I'm probably going to do is fix all this wiring stuff here. I got the boost controller stuff here that I'm going to mount to these holes. So I had powder coated brackets, and I also have the relays for the fans and horns I'm going to kind of put here. I think I'm going to install that in the next video. Some you win, some you lose. What you gonna do? So got most of the piping in. Obviously the problem I just showed you, we're going to have to wait on the coupling. So we're going to wait on the coupling. There's nothing else to do at this point. So it's come along, so we're making progress and we're getting rather close to startup time. It'll happen pretty soon. I hope it starts. We'll see what happens because it's going to have the stock ECU and all the crap done to this car. I don't know if it's going to run or not, but I hope it runs at least good enough to be able to drive it up on a trailer so that way the tutor could toot it. Running like a top! So that being said, I already told you I'm probably going to be doing wiring next video. And depending on how long this coupler situation, I might do the coupler and get that taken care of in the same video of putting on the intake plenum and the final charge pipe coming from the intercooler to the throttle body. So that might be another video, but that will come shortly for ya. And if you like this video, which you damn well better like it. Give me a thumbs up, but you better like it regardless. I told you so. Subscribe down here. I appreciate it, and don't forget to hit that stupid bell they got. So stay tuned for some more idiocy, madness, screwy crap, whatever you want to call it, mayhem. Idiots. I already said idiocy. Only an idiot would say it twice, right? Am I right? Am I right? So stay tuned for more of that crap. Crazy crap. And in the meantime, don't forget to drive fast, take chances.